What's going on, guys? 8-Bit Glitch 79 here, and we're back for the 12 Nostalgic Days of Christmas. We're up to episode 8. Wow, I can't believe it. We're almost nearing the end, but we still got a lot to cover. So with that, let's head into our first guest. Our first guest is Joey from the channel Total Level. I just recently been following him, maybe in the last year or so. Found him through VGM unboxings. Retro Game Treasure unboxings, but he does some other great videos and coverage of games and reviews, and also does a little bit of streaming here and there. So if you want to check it out, check him out, and let's see what he's got to add to the 12 Nostalgic Days of Christmas.
Hey everyone, Total Level here, or Joey if you prefer. First, thanks to 8-Bit Glitch 79 or Sean for doing this and getting the community together for another holiday season for 12 Days of Christmas and all that to celebrate nostalgia. So yeah, really cool to do this, and yeah, so for me, yeah, Christmas was a big deal for getting a lot of games and all that. So yeah, today I want to focus on a specific console because I don't get too many consoles during Christmas. Either I get them for my birthday or I have to buy it myself, usually by trading a bunch of games in. But yeah, I want to talk about Game Boy Advance SP. Got this Christmas 2003. This is still my original one. So you can see the serial number is so ripped. Played this a ton, and yeah, absolutely love this. And one of the games that I got with it, which I have in the system right now, is Link to the Past. So this was actually kind of my first sort of dive into Link to the Past, and I played it a little bit on SNES at a friend's house, but never owned it or anything, so this was kind of my first time really diving in and beating the game. But really want to talk about the Four Swords adventure here and all that. I can't really show gameplay, but yeah, just because I don't have extra Game Boys and extra copies of this game. But yeah, we would all have our little link cables here. Because everyone, it was funny, 2003, everyone got this for Christmas, and different colors too, along with Four Swords. So me and my friends would just gather around hour before each class and just link up all together, tiny circle, because these things aren't very long, and yeah, would just play that before classes start. Was so fun, so awesome, and yeah, absolutely love this. And what is it with Nintendo and just iconic sounds like? Just see if I can get this while showing. That's so iconic. Oh, just starts again. Okay. But yeah, just so awesome, and yeah, absolutely love it. And then the other game I got with it too is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Love this game. It means a lot to me too. Like, again, this is still my original game and all that back in 2003 Christmas. So yeah, and I think it's overlooked a lot. Like, yes, it won't beat the PS1 Tactics or anything like that, and has the judge system, which can be bit frustrating, but oh man, like, just love the game. And yeah, because I still own all of these, it means so much to me, especially since a lot of my game collection I had to restart and rebuild again. Like for GameCube, I don't have too many games. I used to have a lot, but you know, pretty much had to build that from scratch again. Only had basically Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, and Skies of Arcadia, so had to rebuild that. And PS2, PS1, I'm still building. Like, I only have about 15 or so games for that, so having this and still all these games originally was, you know, one of the few things I still got to keep. It means a lot to me. So yeah, my pick for this nostalgic Christmas is, yeah, Game Boy Advance SP. Absolutely love the system. Thanks, Sean, for allowing me to talk about this.
What a fantastic memory. The Game Boy Advance SP. I remember getting mine when that came out. It was so cool to have this little handheld system that was like so small, folded up, fit right in your pocket. It was pretty awesome. I wish the screen was better, and I know the second revision of that came out and it had a little bit better of a screen, but back then, oh my god, that was just amazing that they could pack that a system in such a tiny little package like that. Alright guys, so let's move on to our second guest. Our second guest is the channel Nerdstillery with James and Kim. What a great dynamic duo. I love following their channel. They do some awesome pickups. These do some awesome, hilarious skits. You definitely need to check them out. So funny. So let's see what James and Kim have to say for this year.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone. James and Kim from Nerdstillery here. So a nostalgic item, I had to go with something I've talked about plenty of times. I'm actually going to talk about it in an upcoming pickups video. But hey, I'm on your channel, 8BitGlitch79. Thank you so much for letting us do this. So I want to talk about it. But this was a Christmas gift when I was a kid, and it's the only remaining console from my childhood. And that's, of course, the Sega Saturn. To this day, I still have a love-hate relationship with this console, but for some reason, it's just the console I'm most nostalgic for. I think a lot of that is because my memory sucks. I don't really remember much prior to the age of 10.
No.
So, I don't know. It is what it is. But for some reason, two games that just always make me feel nostalgic every time I pop them in. Sonic R, say what you want. I love this game. It's a terrible game.
It's hard, but it's fun.
Again, I will talk more about this in an upcoming video next year, in January.
Right.
But a game the wife and I love, another game that just makes me so nostalgic. Virtual Cop 2.
Oh, it's fantastic. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's the only remaining thing from my childhood. I couldn't pick a single toy, even if I tried, that made me. There's so many, but she found one.
I do have one. So, little side note, I have no actual toys from my childhood because my house burned down. So,
I sold all mine at a yard sale.
Because he's a jackass.
And she was there.
Telling him not to sell them.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
Lies.
So, I remember when I got my water baby. I was 7, and I wanted it so bad. I found this one at Goodwill, and it's the exact same one. So I had to buy her. But I remember it was the best Christmas I think I ever had. And my whole family was there. And family members we don't even talk to anymore. So like, whole family was there. And my grandfather dressed up as Santa. And he gave me my water baby. Oh. And I thought he was Santa. Like, I was like legit freaking out that Santa showed up to my grandmother's house. Because she knew him.
She just found out 2 days ago.
I just don't want to talk about it, okay? It's fresh. But yeah, so this is actually what kind of started me wanting to collect, was wanting this back. And the idea of like the joy I felt on Christmas getting this toy.
Yeah, that's what's funny, because finding this also started my love for collecting. So awesome. Well, thanks again, 8BitGlitch79, for letting us be a part of this. Merry Christmas, everyone, and
bye.
Take care.
Wow, the Sega Saturn, that's a very interesting pick. I never played one growing up. I didn't play one until later in life when I bought one in a lot. Probably back in like 2000, 2001 or so. And I had with a handful of games. And I just realized I never really played it much, and I never had a desire to play mine much. So I ended up trading mine and the games to a local game store just recently to get a very expensive NES heavy hitter for the collection, which I may reveal later on this year. But anyways, that's so cool that you got a console like that and early on when it was new, and you know, it's a very unappreciated console, so that's very cool. And Kim, Water Babies. Oh my god, I remember Water Babies. I had a few friends, sisters who had those, and I remember that vaguely. I remember we always wanted to like threaten to cut it open when the sisters were bugging us and bothering us while we were playing. Yeah, totally remember those. Alright guys, so I guess that leads me to my pick for this episode. And for this episode, I decided to go with something nostalgic that's not from my childhood. So it's pretty recent, but not totally recent, because believe it or not, it's been like how many years? 10, 15 years? I don't know. Wow, time does fly. But I wanted to talk about something that was pretty nostalgic to me on the PS3, and that is the Rock Band series. The reason this is pretty nostalgic to me was, as a musician myself, I play guitar, and you know, the Guitar Hero games came out. I love those. I have some fond memories of that as well. Could have easily picked that from the PS2. But what really hit home for me was when Rock Band came out. Being able to play multiple different instruments. I mean, I had the drums. Let's see, I had the drums, the guitar, obviously the microphone. I have the keyboard. Still have all these. The keyboard. I want to say there was something else. But anyways, I had them all. And we would just have some great time. I made some friends at work and stuff, and we would all come to my house, and we would set it up, and we'd just play for hours on end. And, you know, we would end up being like, holy crap, what time is it? And it'd be like 3 in the morning or something. But I love this so much, and this is the first time I dabbled in DLC, because I would purchase and download more songs for the series from the store. And so much so that I had the original I still have it, PS3, the completely the launch one that's completely backwards compatible with PS1, 2, and 3, and it's got the actual PS2 like hardware in it. But you know, those ones only came out with like, what was it, like 20 gig or 30, and it was the one with the lowest disk storage space. And I've downloaded so many tracks from that when I would put it in a normal game to play it, I didn't have space. So my PS3 became basically a Rock Band machine for the most part. So yeah, I mean, I later learned to upgrade the hard drive, and I did that pretty recently so that I could use my PS3. But then I decided that since it's such an early initial release console, and those are susceptible to wear and stuff, I wanted to kind of retire that one for a while and give it a break. So I got a new slim PS3 to use to play normally, but I downloaded all my tracks onto that as well. But that one's like a 300 something gig, so I got plenty of space. So yeah, but I remember fondly rocking out to Rock Band with a bunch of us. It was so fun. The drums, since I play guitar in real life, I would always play the drums because that was kind of my first choice back in the day. I was going to be a drummer, and then I realized how much drums were, and then I had to buy the cymbals, and I had to buy all this and stuff, and I decided, oh, look at that guitar for $100, let me just do that. And that's how I got into guitar, but that's another story. Anyways, so that's my nostalgic memory, is the Rock Band series. So with that, guys, that concludes our episode today. Tomorrow's episode, I hope you tune in, and until next time, I'm glitching out.